Greetings to all. Welcome to the Way to Live YouTube channel, your space for spiritual clarity, inner healing, and soul transformation. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that worries many people. Why do deaths happen one after another in a family? Or why do back-to-back deaths happen in a family in a short time? If you're someone who is going through this right now, please don't be afraid or confused. Don't think that it is because of some curse or some black magic or a ritual that you're supposed to do you missed. It is happening. These fear-based beliefs will not help you. They will only pull you deeper into more fear, more guilt, and more confusion. Let's begin by clearing a few common myths that society often repeats, and I will share what is true from the higher dimensional being's point of view that I received as a download. The first myth is that the person who passed away first is taking others along because they don't want to be alone. But think for a moment, if you were to pass away, would you ever wish to take your children or your grandchildren's life along with you? That too, if they are willing to live life on earth. Of course not. When we leave the physical reality, this earth, we awaken into higher awareness, not lower. Spirits are not lonely or selfish. They exist in higher understanding, far beyond the emotional fears of human minds. So that is not true. The second myth is there must be a curse or a black magic on the family. This is one of the most common and one of the most damaging negative beliefs. In truth, one cannot die without the soul's consent, without the soul's knowledge, or without being in the vibrational frequency of attracting that experience of death. Even if something like a generational curse exists, it is 1 in 1 million, extremely rare. But assuming that every series of deaths is caused by a curse is a fear-based generalization that only blocks your clarity and peace. It is like saying because one person in the world had a rare disease that began with a persistent headache, everyone who gets a headache must have that same rare disease. Is it making sense? Would we make such a blunt, fearful conclusion? Of course not, right? In the same way, assuming every family that experiences consecutive deaths is cursed is simply another overgeneralization, a thought brought out of fear, not truth. And thirdly, notice that people who talk about these things rarely offer a real solution. They only tell you that something bad is happening and leave you in fear. But fear never heals. Only clarity and understanding bring healing. Do they heal you? Do they give you clarity? No. Even if a spirit feels temporarily restless or separated, remember, at the soul level, they are never lost. The soul, the higher self of the spirit, knows that separation is only an illusion. It's a part of the divine play of consciousness. No soul is ever truly disconnected. They are always aware of their journey and purpose. Now that you understand this, let me share the higher dimensional wisdom, why this happens, with a simple analogy to help you to see the deeper truth. Imagine this: in your family, that is your father, mother, you, and your sister. All of you go to work every morning, okay? Usually, everyone returns home at different times. Maybe one person at 5 p.m., another person at 6 p.m., and someone else later. But sometimes, by coincidence, all 4 of you arrive home around the same time. It's possible, right? Maybe within few minutes of each other. No one really planned it. No one called to coordinate like that. It just happened because unseen conditions aligned. Because unseen conditions aligned perfectly. In the same way, when we see multiple deaths happening close together in a family, it is not because of a curse or bad ritual or a negative energy bluntly believing that. It simply means that the timing of those souls' journeys aligned, just like family members arriving home together. Please understand the deeper spiritual truth. Death never happens by accident. It cannot occur without the soul's consent. Every soul chooses its journey and its purpose. How long it wishes to stay on earth it also decides. It only decides. We incarnate to explore specific experiences and lessons. And when that exploration is complete, whether it takes 8 years, 30 years, 50 years, 90 years, it doesn't matter. The soul gently leaves this physical reality. Sometimes, more than one soul in a family completes its exploration around the same time. To the human perspective, to the human eyes, it looks like one death is calling another, but that is only an illusion or a misunderstanding of the human mind. No soul can pull another into death directly. We are all creating our individual realities. One cannot cause death without me in that vibration. Even in illness, accidents, or self-caused circumstances, the transition happens only when the soul agrees. Nothing in this universe can force a soul to leave before its time. God is unconditional love. Fear arises especially when young or middle-aged family members pass away. We tend to accept the death of the elders because they are elders and they are 80 years, 70 years, that's fine. But when the younger people leave, our minds struggle to understand something must be wrong with our family. This is the immediate assumption people go into, especially in India. But the truth is very simple. Several souls completed their journey close together in time. That's all. The truth is very simple. Several souls, the family members completed their journey close together in time. That's all. It appears as if one is passing, there is a consecutive death in the family. The truth is, it's all about the completion of the soul's journey. So if you have experienced successive death in your family or your relative's family or your friend's family, please don't panic or tell them not to panic. It is not a punishment, not a curse or black magic. The souls who departed had simply finished what they came to experience. Every person creates their own reality. No one can cause another's death unless that soul has chosen to go through for some spiritual experiences. And whatever the experiences you are having right now in your life, you are in the vibrational frequency of attracting it. If you are not in the frequency, something contradictory cannot happen to you. Life and death are a part of a divine plan that your soul already understands, even if your human mind does not. So release fear, honor their journey, and continue to live your own with awareness and gratitude until your soul decides its exploration is complete. Because in truth, no one dies. We only move from one state of being to another state of being, from physical to non-physical. So clarity is healing, fear is an illusion. When you begin to see life and death through the eyes of your soul, peace naturally follows. With this, I conclude this video. If you have been watching many of my videos and have begun to feel positive shifts, inner change, or gain clarity within yourself, if that is the truth, and if you truly wish that these teachings reach others like you, you can support the growth of this channel by joining the channel membership. You can click on the join button right next to the channel name. You see, you don't need to give any charity or do anything out of obligation. Let your contribution come from your space of transformation, gratitude and awareness, of course. A conscious exchange of energy that uplifts both the giver and receiver. All right, so listen to your intuition. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to type in the comment section. If you'd like to discuss your personal challenges and gain clarity about your life, if you need a counseling session with me, you shall send a text message on my WhatsApp. Please avoid calling. I will allocate a time for you. You're always loved, supported, and guided. Until next time, stay connected, stay empowered, and be blessed. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.